what? Make sure what?
Volume is low, so it doesn't echo.
Oh, okay.
All right.
How about that?
I don't know yet. Okay. That's good. It's when I put you on speaker, it'll show. Not yet. Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? What's up? This is King Geo in the house. How you guys doing today? Got a good show. Got a good show. Like I said, promise at 7 o'clock. It's already 7, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, today's talk about is I'm going to talk with a patient who has recovered from the coronavirus. You guys can call in, ask questions if you like. I guess if he doesn't mind answering. Hey, what's up, Axel? How you guys doing? Give it a few 4 minutes so everybody can go in. Let me put this person on speaker so he can say hello. Okay, Ray. Name is Ray Roberts. Hey, Ray Roberts. Welcome to the King Geo Show.
Hey, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can you guys hear him?
Can I go ahead and start to tell you the things that happened?
Well, give it a couple of more minutes this way out. Give it like 2 or 3 more minutes so the more people can come in. Give it like
no problem, buddy.
2 more minutes so the more people can come in so you could tell them, you could tell us your story. Let me see something. Maybe let me do something better, guys. Maybe you guys can hear him better this way. Hold on a minute. Do not hang up. Because I'm trying to see which is better. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Okay, couldn't connect. All right. I got 7 people in a few minutes, guys. We're going to hear with Ray Roberts. He's going to tell you how he felt with the coronavirus, what it felt like and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Brandon? All right, so let me see. If anyone wants to see this, they can see it later. All right. So let me tell you guys, whoever's not in my channel, welcome to my channel. I'm King Geo. This is King Geo TV, right? And today we have Ray Roberts. I've known Ray through YouTube. He's helped me out with my basement flooded, so he gave me some good advice. And now he's going to tell you how he got the coronavirus. And I guess I'll ask him some questions so he can tell us. And then you guys, if you guys want to call in, the number is there. I'm going to put it I'm going to put it again, the number here. I'll put the number there. So you guys, if you want to call in, please do. Don't feel shy. No question is a dumb question. That's what my teacher always told me. Hold on a minute. 6925. Wait a minute. 69336 329 6925 6925. All right, Ray. Welcome to my show. All right, please tell us when or about did you contract the virus? How did you know that you had or you thought you had it?
Okay, buddy. On the 24th, on a Thursday, I was feeling pretty down. So I went to an urgent care, and they just put me on some Z-Pack and, kind of put me out the door.
So when you went to when you went to urgent care, they didn't take care of you?
Come back on that?
I said when you went to urgent care, they didn't take care of you?
They kind of just gave me a Z-Pack, some cough medicine.
Okay.
And just kind of told me to go get some rest.
All right, and then what you do
And on the
afterwards?
following Sunday, I got to feeling real bad. And I went to the local ER, my hometown hospital. And the doctor did a x-ray of my lungs and said that there was a whole lot of suspicion there. And they were having our city was doing a testing at the location. And so I went to it and got tested. But meanwhile, I went home, and this is around the 1st. Well, let me back up. About the 30th is when I went and got tested. And so they called me on the 1st and said that I was positive. And so I thought, I was doing pretty good. I was managing. And then I got where I couldn't breathe. And I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. And I just went out to the emergency room to the hospital. And they took me in automatically and checked me in. Now remember, I was there Sunday, and he said he just had suspicious.
So you went there Sunday. They said it was suspicious, and then they told you to go to the fairgrounds to get tested.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then I found out, and that was around the 29th or 30th. And then on the 1st is when I found out that I was positive.
So from the 30th.
And then on the 2nd is when I ended up going back to the emergency room.
Did they do tracing on you?
And they checked me in then. At that moment, they done knew.
So what was your
they kept me in.
I'm sorry.
They kept me, and then they put me on a coronavirus floor.
And what was your first symptoms when you went on the 30th?
It was achy, real high fever, no cough, no sore throat. But that didn't mean anything.
What to them?
You can have that. You can have a little cough. You can have a little cough, or you can have a little sore throat. Here's the symptoms: high fever. I want to give you multiple symptoms: sore throat, achy pain, fever, nausea, diarrhea, and just feeling down, and short of breath.
But most of what you describe could be like in science term could be anything. But what most people go in for, from what I understand, is the shortness of breath.
Let me tell you something. You just said it right there. The shortness of breath is what gets you.
Just from what I'm reading more and more, from what I've seen from doctors.
You feel like you cannot. You can't expand any air.
Right. Because what I understand from doctors also, because most of the cases, like 80% of the cases, are mild cases that you could deal with them at home. But there are those cases that when people can't breathe, that's when they say, you know, inquire the emergency room, because that's something different.
Yeah, and you're correct. And let me tell you something. My physical health has been A on top. I've been healthy as a horse. And you know, the biggest thing was is when I went into the hospital, they were giving me the medicine for
hydrochloroquine.
Yes, it's for that. What is that? Malaria?
Yeah, that's for malaria and lupus and rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes, and so they were giving me that with Tylenol and giving me an IV. But then I have a friend who's into the CBD manufacturing.
Yeah.
And he told me to tell my doctor to put me on probiotics and high doses of vitamin C. And that's when it started making a difference.
Ray, Maria asked, what's considered high fever for this virus?
When you get a fever and you're having to rotate multiple Tylenol, ibuprofen, and aspirin at the end, and it's not breaking it, you better get worried.
All right, but when they checked your fever was at what?
109. 100.1, all the way up to 100.910.
All right, that's fever. And it stood like that. It was
I feel like your brain's smoking, man.
It was a constant fever. It didn't go down.
Man, you could get it to go down, but it just would come right back up.
Right. So there you go. So for you guys who are watching this, he was doing okay with the hydrochloroquine and with the Z-Pack, but in front of his has a CBD company and told him to talk to his doctor. So his doctor to put him on probiotics and a high dosage of vitamin C. And when the doctors did that, that's when
1,500 doses. 500 in the morning, 500 in the lunchtime, and 500 at night.
And that's a vitamin C, right?
Yes, sir. And your body will kick off what you don't need.
There you go. So the probiotics is good because the probiotic boosts up your immune system, because as we all know, or for those who don't know, 75 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So that's why it's good to eat healthy, and vitamins and minerals, stuff like that. So by him having probiotics, and then by him having a high dosage of vitamin C, that the vitamin C a lot helped. Also the probiotic, because by him having probiotic in his body, that kicks in his immune system, and it gives it more help for the immune system to fight off the virus. I mean, that's my understanding.
Let me tell you something. If you feel sick and you can't shake it and it feels worse than a flu, call your doctor, go to the emergency room, do whatever you got to do, because it's not no pump.
Yeah. But it was basically the one that took you in was the breathing.
Yes, sir, it was. And I talked to you yesterday, and they released me yesterday, and I'm at home now, and I feel great. I'm just weak.
Oh, that's understandable. Weak is understandable.
And I'm still going to be quarantined for another 7 to 10 days.
That's a lot of watching TV.
thank God for YouTube. Thank God for Netflix.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the one thing that concerns me the most is that they sent you home saying go get tested, right? And thank God it was only for a few days, but there are other people who they tell go get tested because they don't think it's coronavirus, and some people may take 2, 3, 4 days before they get tested, and in those 2 or 3, 4 days, some people just don't go straight home. They go to other places, and those other places that they go to, they might infect those other people.
Man, bro, that's on them. They need to be aware of. They need to be aware of what's going on.
No, I understand that, but what I'm trying to get at is that there should be more testing available. Let's just say if they had the rapid testing, whereas I can administer the rapid testing right in the hospital, and 15 minutes later it comes out positive. Okay, you're positive. And then the guy behind you or the girl behind you, I can test him or her. Comes out negative. Okay, bam, you can go home.
Hey, let me tell you this. Yeah, you're right. You can't tell. It's a ghost.
You know,
but what you can do is call your local health department and tell them what you got going on. And they're probably most likely got a place set up so that you get. I did a drive-through.
Oh yeah, they're doing drive-throughs now. Most places.
We did a drive-through at a fairground.
Yeah, that's what. But the doctors, the doctor gave you the letter, the referral to go take a COVID test, or you just went?
No, I just called my local health department and told them what my.
And told them what your
said.
And told them what your symptom was, and then they took it from there.
Yes, sir. They didn't mess around about it, and I'm here, and I'm all affected.
And how long were you in the hospital?
For about 4 days.
4 days, and then you came back out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's good to know, and you don't know.
Probiotics is what makes the difference. I think.
The what?
The vitamin C and the probiotics and the malaria medicine. I do believe that's what. No.
Well, I would believe. Well, this is my opinion. I believe it was more the probiotics and the malaria, and the probiotics and the vitamin C.
Can I tell you? I want to tell you one more thing. I would really hope that people are of faith, because when I went into the hospital, they could only come in my room about 1 to 3 times a day. And it didn't matter if I called and said, hey, I need help. They only came in when it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then about 4 o'clock in the morning, they did blood tests with blue blood.
And that's it. You were like isolated from the world.
Yes, sir. It's scary, lonely.
I can't imagine. And you don't know more or less where you got it from?
Let me tell you this. I've been in some dark places. When I was younger, I've been in prison a couple times, solitary confinement. It was similar. It was like being a nobody.
Wow.
No, I don't know. Well, there's a place here in town called Cow Sand and Gravel. They had 19 cases of it. I do believe that's where I got it.
Okay. And did that place close down, or is it still up for business?
They just opened up today. But the owner was ordered by the city of Amarillo to shut down, and it took him a day and a half, and the sheriff's department to go out there. I told you about it. Did you have to look it up on Facebook?
No, not yet. What's the name of it? You said?
Pretty interesting. It's pretty bad when huh?
What's the name of it?
House, Sand and Gravel.
House?
Yeah, House. HOWL.
Oh, House, Sandy Gravel.
Yes. The old guy that runs the place is really a really nice guy, but he just drug and killed too much.
Let's see. I got it here. It says here, a business that was subject to a shutdown last week by the city of Amarillo due to ongoing COVID-19 control measures now being praised by city officials. According to Monday morning news release, officials and owners of Howell Sand Company were able to resolve the issue that resulted in action. I gotta read. This is just how they did good. Let me see.
Well, they had the sheriff's department go in there and shut them down and block the gates. And you're talking a multi-million-dollar business.
Oh, is this?
And yeah, they build banks and they do Walmart parking lots.
Yeah,
they do gravel. It's a quarry.
Yeah, I see here. All right, Axel said.
19 cases of it.
Ray, Axel said, "Thank God you're not a horse." I guess that was a joke. And the first question Axel asked, was it hard to breathe and coughing dry?
The breathing part is something I've never had to deal with before in my life.
So you felt like you couldn't, you felt like you were out of breath or you couldn't breathe? You were shortness of breath?
Man, I went to try to do a little bit of laundry or do something. And I thought I was going to pass out.
Oh, really? That's how strong it was?
That's how bad it was. And I've been through a whole lot of things in my life. But I ain't never had nothing hit me like that.
Wow. And then he says, and then Axel asks, coughing dry?
Coughing dry, nose spit up.
So he didn't cough, Axel. So basically his symptoms were shortness of breath, the fever. What was it? Yeah, I understand that. That's understandable. Everybody's different, Some people like I was watching yesterday that the reason they want people to wear masks is because there are a lot of people out there who could be walking around with the virus and not even know it.
That's the ghost part of it.
You could be asymptomatic and not even know, and maybe you go through withdrawals, or maybe you just go the whole 14 days without getting any symptoms at all, and then it just leaves your body. But in that meantime, you don't know who you infected.
Let me tell you what the specialist said. He told me that I will be immune to this strain. But there'll be another strain come out by next winter. The summer will kill this off for right now. And hopefully by then they'll have a vaccine.
Well, I don't understand where they're getting this summer thing, or I don't know where doctors are getting this hot thing, because if that was the case, then people in the Caribbean wouldn't get it. People in Mexico and hot cities wouldn't get it.
It drives off the cool air. The heat kills it.
Maybe maybe I could see, because it's aerosol. Some of it's aerosol. But if someone's talking to you, from face to face, they said you can catch it that way.
That's right. It's a ghost, bro. It's a ghost.
Well, my sister sent me a quote, not a quote. Yeah, it was basically a quote from a book that was written in 2008, and it said that in 2020 there was going to be a flu-like pandemic, and it was as quick as it came, it would leave even quicker, and then it would not return after 10 years.
After 10 years, we'll be lucky if it's happened.
What?
Let me tell you, you said 2008. There was a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook about black coffins that the government had sitting in fields. That's what they were doing, setting up for this right now, because all the fatalities of this.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that it's eerie. See, look, it says in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness was spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself would be the fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived, attack again 10 years later, and then disappear completely. And this was in 2020.
Well, the Chinese had a big thing to do with it.
Of course, the Chinese today put out a report. It wasn't an elaborate report, but it was a report that said, in not so many words, but it did say that the virus could have escaped from one of its labs. Hey, what's up, Jim?
Let me tell you what happened. They were doing experimental warfare on animals. Bats, chicken, dogs. So when they got done with the animals, they sold them to the open market. Like an open market store.
Yeah, I know it's called a wet market.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I know that part I understand. And the incredible thing is that to this day, just last week, China allowed wet markets to open up again. Just last week, China wet market. The province of Sichuan is banned all killings of dogs and cats. Today in Pittsburgh, Bill Gates and his company are vaccinating people for a new vaccine that they're coming, or they're trying to. But today, people got vaccinated for the vaccine that they're trying. That's number one. Number two, I just read a report that the drug called Irantis, but the study that they're making in people that they're giving this to has eradicated the virus, has left no trace of the virus in 48 hours. So this tells you I'm sorry, Ray, I don't mean to cut you off, but this to me tells me that all these people knew something about this was going to happen, because for you to come out with a drug that quick, he already Bill Gates already has a vaccination. 2.5 weeks ago, China said they had the cure for it. They were going to start doing it this month. Everybody and their mother has a vaccination for it. So it kind of tell you, wow, everybody's having a vaccination, and this only been in the United States for a month and a half now. Everybody has it. So it kind of tell you, well, these people are really working on this, and they let a couple of people die, so the FDA can approve all these drugs that's coming in, so we don't have to go to the red tape.
Man, let me tell you, Chinese are trying to take over.
Because the Chinese, to them, they don't care. The Chinese, they don't care if they kill 3,000. Well, 3,300 people to them is nothing. They're a country full. Their country has 1.5 billion people, so they don't care. 3,000 to them is nothing. But if they can find if they have the cure, if they have the cure for the virus, that cure, because they said it 2 weeks ago that they had the cure for it. So if they really have the cure for the virus, that's going to go to the highest bidder.
Hey man, this was a toy to them.
And then the funny thing is that here we are, we're seeing you, I, Axel, Jim, we all see all this happening in another country, and we say to ourselves, shit, this shit's going to hit the fan when it comes here. And all government officials, even to the president, they all thought this was a joke, or he thought it was a joke. But none of them, no one in the 50 states prepared themselves for this. And now that the shit hit the fan, they got no PPE, they got no gear, they got no mask, and it's sad.
You know, King Gil, let me tell you, I'm an independent. They were all didn't realize it.
Yeah, but it has to, come on. These are people who graduated from college who some of them, you have, Ben Carson is a neurosurgeon. You have one who's a gynecologist. I mean, you have people who graduate college for what to med school. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to say, wait a minute, this just jumped ship. It went from animal to human. Okay, it stayed in China. Now it went from China, it went to Taiwan. Now it's going to Italy. Now let me do something before this shit hits here. That's. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to know that it's going to hit you, because if we were in a time where there were boats, and then you can say, well, you know what? Then we have a week, 2-3 weeks in advance, or a month in advance before the boats gets here, before people start coming to shore. That's different. But in an age where everyone is flying, a plane can take you from here to there in a matter of minutes to a matter of hours. And in those matter of minutes to a matter of hours, you can find to a small capsule. You were saying?
I'd like to say something. You know,
go ahead.
And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You know, it's funny that it's close to an election time, and both parties are acting dumb about it.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. If you go onto Facebook, you see the left throwing at the right, you see the right throwing at the left, and I say to myself, you know, this is a time where we all should be united. But this isn't a Democratic thing. This isn't a Republican thing. This is an everybody thing. Yeah, Jim, there's some weird shit going on.
Did you know that there was a pandemic that was worse than this back in the 30s?
Worse than the Spanish flu?
Yeah, it's worse than this right here. It was number one.
Your phone's
it's back in the 25s or 30s.
I know in 1918 there was a Spanish flu that killed over 10 million of people.
Lost it's probably the same deal. Maybe I don't know. It killed several million Americans.
Well, the Spanish flu in 1918 killed 10 million people. But the thing with the Spanish flu was, which was the ironic thing was that the Spanish flu came, and then when it hit the first time, it didn't hit that bad. But when it came around the second time, that's when it came back with force, like a hurricane. You know, hurricane does a spin and then does a reverse spin.
We're gonna have the same thing.
Well, just people just gotta be prepared, and from now on, just, you know, the society from this moment on, when this does change, things are gonna be so different, because people are gonna say, wait, I don't know if that person has it. I don't know if that person has it. I don't know. So sporting events probably won't be the same. Going outside gatherings won't be the same. At least to people who have conscience. Those who don't care, they don't give a shit anyways.
You know, in 5 years, we'll be barely talking about this.
Oh yeah, no. In 5 years, everybody some of those will probably come up. Axel says everyone should protect your mouth and nose, scarves, bands, etc. Every country that can is ready. Have gear for all workers. We can't even get enough masks. Take this serious. It's true. You see all these countries. How do you think China stopped it, or how do you think Taiwan stopped it? How do you think South Korea stopped it? Because South Korea per capita was testing more people than we were, and they told the whole China and South Korea told their people, everybody wear masks. You gotta wear masks, and they did it.
Check this out. 3M, an American company, is over in China. They were selling millions of masks out the back door for cash.
To 3M?
Chinese.
To the Chinese? Oh well. It's just like this. Yesterday, one of my subscribers sent me an article in which the owner or one of the co-founders of Home Depot wants Congress to act quickly on the hydrochloroquine so they can bypass the FDA because they have 129 plants ready to produce this drug. So I was saying to my subscribers the other day, if Donald Trump is advocating for this drug, it must be a reason. And there you go. The reason is because his billionaire buddies have plants that they can mass produce this. So who's going to make the money? His buddies. Because I've never, in my 48 years being here on this earth, and I follow politics since Ronald Reagan, I've never, ever heard any president advocate for any drug. Ronald Reagan never said, anyway, Ronald Reagan never even said the word AIDS. It was his wife Nancy that did. But he never, when AZT came out, Ronald Reagan never said take AZT. Ronald Reagan never said take this drug, take that drug. No president that I know of has ever said this drug will help you. This drug, never, until I saw Trump do that. And when I saw him, when he said it the first time, I was like, what? And then he just kept mentioning it. And then I said to myself, there's something behind this. And Lord and behold, his buddies wants to open up plants that they already have to make money. Yeah, I hear you.
Even President Trump ordered a government order to 3M to cease doing their practice like that and make us masks. And we all got to remember we're all human.
That's true.
We make mistakes. Hopefully we'll learn from it.
Well, you and I can learn from it by being, people can learn more of it by being more hygienic, to always clean your hands. Because Jesus, when we were kids, that's what the first thing our mothers always told us: always clean your hands.
Awareness.
Yeah, awareness too. But the government the government doesn't see any of that. The government just, for me, they just see money. You already went through it. There's some other people that's going to go through this. There's 1 point some odd million people that have been infected by this. By the time Easter next week, we'll probably surpass 500,000. Who knows? Now they're saying that not too many people are going to die from it now. Now Donald Trump earlier on today reversed what he said before. So it's just, you don't know where to go to. I guess I follow my own gut. I go with the doctors. I don't follow Donald Trump at all.
Hey, let me tell you this. One good thing that come out of this, I lost about 15, 20 pounds.
And there you go. You see? And you're immune to it. So we hope because there still hasn't been any proof that people are immune to it. So one Dr. Fauci said his experience in viruses, the way the viruses act, it looks like this one you're going to be immune to it too. So let's hope that happens.
King Joe, I think Manny said, I think the coronavirus only affects the 3 people.
He's probably trying to make a joke, which isn't a funny joke, but
yeah, I'm in the middle class, and it about got me.
It's affected middle class, high class. Look at the Prime Minister of UK. He got it. He's in intensive care. Yeah, but man, you can't think about it like that way because there's a lot of people in New York who are poor who got the virus and died. So that concept that is for rich people, that's kind of hard to believe because if that was the case, Bezos would get it, Bill Gates would get it, Trump would have gotten it.
You know, let me say this, and then I'm probably gonna get off because I'm getting tired. But
all right, go ahead.
I would like to pray for everybody that they would aware themselves.
Okay.
Take care of their families, their kids, their parents.
Appreciate it.
Another thing is, don't take your kids to Walmart. Don't take your kids to the grocery store.
I know, don't do that. I usually do it by myself. I go my own. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, brother. God bless you.
God bless you.
Call me when you get a chance.
Axel Rod said thank you. Axel Rod said thank you.
No problem, Axel Rod. Take care of your family and take care of you.
All right. All right, Ray. Thank you.
Hey, one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you're at Walmart or at the grocery store, don't hesitate to tell somebody they're in your space.
Don't hesitate to what?
Tell someone that they're in your space. If somebody gets within 6 foot.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I've done that already.
Yeah, you wouldn't think you'd have to, but be aware of it.
Yeah, I know. You got to because they're invading your space and they say something. Oh well, but 6 feet is 6 feet.
All right, brother. Love you, man.
All right, I love you too, my Ray. Take care, and thank you for your time.
Anytime.
All right, guys. So there you have it. Hopefully, this brings attention to other people. Yeah, I know, FG. California's still locked down, which is good. Everybody should be locked down. Puerto Rico, the governor, the day before yesterday, put in order that from Friday to Sunday, no stores would be open, no stores at all. And when you go to the store, you have to have a mask on. And the ACLU is suing the governor of Puerto Rico because they're saying it's unconstitutional. To save lives is unconstitutional. Some people may think you're taking away my rights. You're telling me what I can and can't do. Well, apparently, yes, because if they're telling you don't go outside a certain time from a certain time, and you're not obeying that order like a little kid, then they got to treat you beyond a little kid. So if by me trying to save your life it's wrong, then want to sue, then sue. Which I don't think they have any validity to it. But it's just the point of you would do something that stupid to sue the government for trying to protect its people. You know, so and 3 point and yo and G Main, I ignore you with that Omi. I don't do Omi no more, bro. You're not in my vocabulary. You guys, you know that I still have the line open. You guys can call. You should guys call. You should have asked some questions. But at least now you know the fever, because basically the flu has the same symptoms. The flu has fever. The flu has dry cough. It can have wet cough. It can have, like I said, fever. But when it gets to that part where you're having trouble breathing, and then that's when you gotta go. I was watching Chris Cuomo the other day, well, yesterday, and he said, you know, he has a hard time breathing, and he said, you know, that's what I know, man. I know you're clowning, and that's when he said he had a hard time breathing, and one of his doctors called him, and he said that's what the virus wants you to do. The virus wants you to lay down. So he's quarantining in his own basement, which is cool. So his doctor told him get up. He got up. He says, you know, stretch your torso. So he goes, I can't stretch it. So I guess that if you feel that way, I guess if you're quarantined, try to make as much exercise as you can to have your body fit. Like Ray said, drink a lot of vitamin C in pill wise. If you can get a hold of it, they can sit in any vitamin market. Yes, I did, man. Yes, I did. 7 tigers in the Bronx Zoo got COVID. Because one of their employees had it. Like I said, it went from animal to human, so it doesn't surprise me that it goes from human to animals. But I heard they're gonna do good. It's just funny. It's just funny. You know, like I said, my sister sent me that page, and look, it's kind of funny the way it's put. That the way you see it. Look at this. Without lies. Look. Look what it says there. You can read it. And it's eerie because this was in 2008. You know, in around 2020, severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself will be the fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived, attack again 10 years later, and then disappear completely. It's just ironic, that's all. And like Ray said, you know, this is the time where people are supposed to be together, and you see Democrats throwing at Republicans, Republicans throwing at Democrats. Hey, what's up? You live with King Gio. See, this gets you banned. It says unknown. I can get your number. I don't drink. I don't cuss. And you guys are like little kids, like never had a phone to call to. If you were real man, you call your real number. I'm not gonna call you back and say, yo. That's it. But you're a bunch of wuss. So yeah, so yo, Axel, how you doing? Jim, how are things up there, buddy? How's Canada? And your Maine, where you from? I like your thumbnail. It looks nice. I don't know. Probably was you, Maine, that called me, bro. Well, unknown number. I don't drink. I don't do this and I don't do that. Well, whoever it is a kid. If you're gonna call with your number, call with a question, call what you say. You know, if you had the virus, call in, let us know how it feels, all that kind of stuff. Oh, that was you? Oh, real funny. Ha 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 ha. Little girl. Oh. Cooking and planting a few things for Easter. My wife has the outside like it was a garden, bro. Planting onions, planting tomatoes. We were planting some red cow, but that didn't give. So yeah, so at least we got that straightened out. And what about you, Bane? What you doing? Besides asking me about me. Bye, Maria. They're saying that it's more bad than the Spanish flu from 1918. I don't know. The Spanish flu killed a lot of people. Why supposed to be here? Hello? We're getting to that point. Well, I don't know because the Spanish flu. Let's see how many. Hold on a minute. Okay. The 1918. Hello, you're live with King Geo. What's up? Oh, come on. Little kids, little kids. How did this one have Tokaphone when I took Tokaphone off of here? There you go. Uninstall. Anyway, it said here that the Spanish flu killed 50 million people worldwide. This has only killed what 30? No, more than 30,000. And over there, I saw pictures of the Spanish flu back in the days. They're having masks and all that in Manhattan and. Well, that's not my Jim Raptors. That's not my number. That's a burner.
Eso fue la boca.
Yo sé, pero va a seguir.
¿Qué? Yo no he hecho más nada.
Bro.
Mira este.
Yeah, no one has my number. Those are burner numbers that I take from the Google Play Store. Me give out my real number? Only a few have my real number. See, it's a burner. See? It's right here. Look. I use Tokatone. I don't use my real number. Text Now app is good. I used to use it back in the days. It's a good thing to have if you have no internet service. Hey, what's up? You're live with King Geo. There you go. So I guess there's no point of having this if no one's going to call in.
No soy yo.
Uninstall, bro. Uninstall. You see? That's how easy. You guys make stupid moves and I just I uninstall it. And it gets uninstalled until my next number. When I do another live, I do always live anyway, but when I do another live chat. But it's interesting. Now, you said something. Now, Jim, you said something that there's something fishy about this. Where you going? I know where you might be going at, but what's your theory? What about you, man? Do you have a theory? Guys, and I'm trying to get more guests to appear on our show. Well, I'm calling him our show because my channel is your channel. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's kind of amazing that I attracted 800 and some odd people doing the Omi thing, and I said people were saying that I'm clickbait. And I'm like, why would I want clickbait? And this is the reason why, because then you get all these people on, you get 800 and some odd people to subscribe to your channel because you're talking about Omi, and then when you don't talk about Omi, and then those 800 and some odd people don't go back to your channel. They stay there because none of them have to unsubscribe, but they stay there, but they don't go onto your channel. That was the point of doing the channel. That's why when I said it's not clickbait, because I'm not interested in. I was never interested in doing Omi because I just heard of Omi when I did my first video of Omi, and he's not interested anymore. My thing is with YouTube is I want to go into podcasts. Even before I did YouTube, I want to go into podcasts. So I'm trying to get this show here, get my niche here, so I can take it over to podcasts. But I want to still do I like doing my lives because I like people calling in. And I want to get different people. I want people to get different perspective. And once if I get big, I do StreamYard where you guys can have StreamYard. You guys can, we can see each other. We can talk. It's called all a game, There you go, man. Get the notification bell so you can get notified when I go to video. Yeah, I know. Remember this. This was the projectile. Last week, the projectile was that the next week and a half was going to be a horrible week. It was going to be the deadliest week there was. And I didn't even know that our Surgeon General was black and young. Go figure. I thought it was white and old because they're all white. Basically, only one. No, Sierra Coupe was white. But anyway, so and then they said that it was going to be like worse than 9/11 and blah, 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 blah. And then today, my sister tells me that Trump went back and said that it's not going to be so deadly, that a lot of things are not going to happen and blah, blah. So you're going this back and forth thing. Now people are going to be like, wow. A lot of things just don't quite do things, they just don't compute up here. You know what I'm saying? I think Forrest Gump is smarter than most of these people. What you think? Forrest Gump said a lot like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get in them. So it's good to know. Messed up things that we missed our sports, bro. Sports. People had the saddest thing is that people died, man. People died because of this. And I don't think they should have. I think this could have been avoided from a Chinese perspective, whatever, And it's kind of sad when you see people. The other day I saw a mother, a husband and wife just die, one right after the other because she couldn't live without him. She said, my lungs are burning. Tell the daughter to take care of your brother. It's kind of sad. It is. It's sad. China don't give a shit losing 3,000 people. They don't care. The Chinese government. I'm not talking about the Chinese people in general, because I know those Chinese people must be caring people. But the Chinese government itself, the corruption that they have. And then the funny thing is that that's another thing that I'm pissed off is that we cannot send aid to Cuba, or no one can send aid to Cuba because Mr. Trump has an embargo on them. So the people that are there, they can't get no hydrochloroquine or they can get nothing because why? They can't because there's an embargo. Nothing can come into them to help them. Now he doesn't even lift it up for a humanitarian purpose. And this is our great president. Come on, bro. No. I like watching, I've always watched CNN. Now that Chris Cuomo's there, I like watching Chris Cuomo, Anderson Cooper. They all cool people. It's kind of funny how Donald Trump says they fake news. It's fake news to him because they don't, he wants to direct the narrative. Everything has to be, everything that he says has to go. So when someone asks him a legit question, he says, "Oh, that's fake news. Who taught you how to report? You should be banned." This. But you can tell them. But if you tell them you're doing a great job, you know you're doing an awesome job. Oh, of course I'm doing an awesome job. I'm doing this great. Then he has the audacity to say that we weren't prepared because of the other administration. The other administration didn't have PPE. So if the other administration didn't have PPE, when you came in, why you didn't fix that? Pandemics happen. They can happen at any given moment. Why you didn't fix it? So you give me rhetorics. So yeah, my people. So as I say, you know, my life has gone down. I always had like 20 or 30 lives, you know, maybe 10 or 11. But the most of the people that were here, Charles, Stanley was more of he was volatile. Joe MCC, he's doing her own little thing. Mansa, he's doing his own thing. But that's all right, though. I still got Axel, J Jerk 2020. Raptors is new. He's coming in. Maine, you're new, kind of new to me. Alex is cool. Brandon Hicks, he always says hi. He doesn't say much, but he always say, salute, you know. I got to give him that. And pretty soon I'm doing my own little investigation on 5G network. Because there's a lot of things going on 5G that a lot of people don't tell you. It makes sound as though it's great, better speed, but it's better speed, but it comes with a lot of downside. A lot, my friend. You're welcome, Ray Roberts. Anytime, man. I just hope you feel better. I hope this will teach. Hopefully, some people will listen to this and will get something out of it. Hey, what's up, Ray?
You're talking about the 5G, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Well, not now, but that's what I was going to talk about during the week.
You know, they say some of that coronavirus comes from 5G too.
I don't know because the coronavirus from 5G. It's a virus.
Similar effects from it because it's a higher radiation.
Yeah, the radiation. Yes, that's what I want to talk about. Is the radiation that 5G has.
I'm having to turn my phone up all the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I want to talk about the radiation that 5G has.
Yeah, I've seen a study on this.
Yeah, maybe it may be better speed, but it's not. You know, radiation wise, it's not.
You know, they had to make it strong enough to go through buildings, brick walls, and brick.
They know.
Bunkers, and so that's it's real harmful to people.
So whenever you get a 5G phone and you're on that phone all day, talking on the phone in the ear, all that radiation is going inside you.
I know. I'm on a 5G phone right now myself.
Yeah, you're on a 5G phone, but you're not getting 5G signal yet.
No, you're right. But 5G is in all hospitals, all government facilities, parts, different entities that are big have 5G.
Well, see, yeah, because 5G just started rolling out. Puerto Rico, T-Mobile started rolling with Puerto Rico 5G. Well, they started with Puerto Rico with 5G. They got a Puerto Rico.
Biggest 5G is
No.
China.
We'll kind of figure that out.
That's the biggest one that started off to begin with, and then Italy. Everywhere that's got the major 5G, people are sick. Not too also.
And then out of that radiation comes cancer and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir. It kills the antibodies in your body.
Things are supposed to protect you.
Anyways, I was sitting here bored. I'm going to keep things going, but I'm going to leave you on, brother.
All right, buddy. Take care. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about. It's the 5G and its radiation. All right, guys. You guys take care. Thank you for your time, for your tiempo. I appreciate it. Oh, man, it's going to be 8 o'clock. Damn. I always miss power at this time. I'm not about to go 5 minutes into it. I want to see the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit, niggas going crazy, bro. I think I should watch it because I'm gonna go to sleep early tonight. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, man. And I just hope that those who have the virus, you guys come out of it. I put you in my prayers, each and every one of you. Like I said, I wanted to do this thing. Cause like I said, Chris Cuomo inspired me to do this. Because he's fighting for it, and that's great. And hopefully, you guys can go see him at CNN and see what he's doing. You know. So, guys, thank you, man. Jim Raptors, take care. We'll talk tomorrow. God willing, let me know just conspiracy theories. All right. So God bless you guys all. Assalamu alaikum. Salam.